Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Andrea. And if you couldn't tell by today's video from the title, this video is going to be helping me get out of my book slump because I'm in a book slump. It's been about a week, give or take. I truly couldn't tell you. The book that put me, I could tell you the book that put me in a book slump. Probably, I'm gonna put it right here. What is it called? I know the name. Okay, I'm like picturing the title and the cover clearly, except, well, no, I'm picturing the cover clearly and I see the font, everything. Ready? Right here, over here somewhere. The book that put me in a book slump is Sable's Peak by Devney Perry. If you haven't read the Eden series, sorry, I can't talk. Please do. I mean, like, okay, if you love a small town romance, I definitely recommend. It's a good series. It's a long series, follows each and every sibling. And then, cause like, okay, so like, I truly can't explain myself. Let me take a moment. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm ready. Sable's Peak. Okay, so like, I loved the Eden series. I really did. But like, I'm like utterly obsessed with this book. I didn't want to read it for the longest time because it's the last book in the series and I missed them already. I miss the Edens. I love the Edens. I'm obsessed with the Edens. Like, especially Mateo. I love him. Like, anyways. We're getting back into the point of this video. I'm in a book slump because of that book. Every book that I pick up, it's just not, it's not hitting. It's not the vibe. It's doing nothing for me. Like, so I had to stop it because I know these books, like, I have a feeling that these books are going to be a high rating if I wasn't reading them at this time. A few days ago, it was like really hard of a book slump, but I'm so ready for this book slump to be over. So we're going to try again. We're going to try again. And hopefully this time it works because I had to take a pause. I had to put this lovely book on hold. 2 Twisted Crowns because of this book slump. And I'm obsessed. The first book, One Dark Window. 5 stars. 5 stars. Off the bat, 5 stars. For somebody who's getting into fantasy, well, okay, so kind of getting into fantasy because I read the Zodiac Academy. That's the series that started it all. Started my love for books, Zodiac Academy. The first book, I have a few books I think that I'm gonna read for this video. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to like fully get out of the slump, but I'm gonna start off this book with this series, this video with an author who does not disappoint, in my opinion. Miss Allie Hazelwood. I'm gonna read Bride. I'm utterly obsessed with Allie. Love her books. Read almost all of them. Yeah. So we're gonna start off with Bride. And then I have a few other books in mind, but I'm a mood reader. So we'll see what I'm in the mood for after. I've been listening to their Vicious Games. This is a quick reading update. Currently 55% through the book, chapter 19. Personally, I'm liking it. It was a little slow in the beginning for me, in my opinion, like getting into it. But I mean, it's like explaining everything, I guess. Well, obviously, clearly explaining everything and like what's gonna happen, whatnot. But like after a while, like after I fully got it, after like they fully explained everything, because I was so confused at one point, and then they explained it and I was like, oh, okay. I like going into books blind. Like I'll read the blurb of like what the book is about when I'm like at the bookstore, whatnot, and then I'll like, so I'm such a mood reader. Like 90% of the time I won't read a book the day I buy it, or like even the month I buy it, even the year I buy it. Like there's a good percentage I won't read it right away. So by the time like I do decide to read it, I'll like look at the cover. This is so bad. I do judge a book by its cover. 90%, like a good percent of the time. I try not to. But like I did buy their Vicious Games because of the cover, because hold on. You cannot tell me that this cover is not gorgeous. Like look at it. Like, oh, look at it. I love it. The detail. So, yeah. Okay. I'm a romance reader. I do love myself a murder mystery thriller, anything. There was a very small subplot of romance thrown in here. And I don't like that I was just dangled. It was dangled in front of me. Nothing. It was just dangled. Ugh, nothing. It wasn't enough. I'm like, if you're just gonna dangle it, like if you're gonna, like, why? Like, it really wasn't enough. It was a crumb. They dangled a crumb. Hey, so it's a lot later. So earlier today, I did finish the True Love Experiment, and I still don't know how I feel about it yet. And I wasn't planning on reading another book because I feel the slump still, because I'm like, so I wasn't planning on reading another book for a while. But the other day I was at my cousin's and I was telling her about this book that I heard of a while ago, and it reminded me, because I was telling her, because I had to drive back home that night, and I was like, I have the smallest bladder ever, and we'd eaten soup for dinner, and I was like, this is not gonna work in my favor. And I was telling her about like this book. I was like, yeah, I heard about this book. I forgot the name of it. And it's something about like a rest stop. This girl like has to stop at a rest stop, and then like in this car there's this little girl, and she like finds out that the little girl in the car was kidnapped, right? And I was like, that's like my worst fear, like going to a rest stop and like, you know, being kidnapped, or like I don't know what I would do in that situation. And whatnot, I was telling her, she was like, oh my god, you need to find out the name of this book because I need to read it, it sounds so good, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. Today Sarah, she uploads I can't talk. She uploads her YouTube video, and she's talking about the book that I was telling my cousin about, called No Exit. And she says she was like, it's on KU audio. And I was like, say less. I went to go walk Rocky, and that's when I started the book. And then I went grocery shopping with my mom, and I had been listening to this book for like almost, maybe a little over 2 hours now, and it's so good. I did text my cousin right away when I found out the book was on KU, and I was like, gotta listen to it. And oh my goodness. And it's a movie. I'm gonna need to process everything I just read because I just finished it. Okay. Welcome back for a reading update. The update being I haven't picked up a book since No Exit at all. So, guess what I finally did? I finally picked up a book. I want to say Good Girl. Yeah, okay. Good Girl, Bad Blood. I was like, I want to say Good Girl, Bad Blood, but I was also thinking As Good as Dead, because like that's the next book. So today I just woke up and I was like, okay, I want to read. I mean, every day I want to read, but like nothing seems interesting. And I'm sick and tired of this book slump. Sick and tired of it. And I was like, okay, I have 2 more Holly Jackson books that I haven't read. Should I try my hand in reading the next book in the series? And I did. And I'm currently at chapter 32. And I haven't stopped reading. Like until I started filming. Because I was like, oh my god, right. I'm doing a book slump video. Oh my goodness. Holly Jackson does not disappoint. I don't know what she puts, I don't know what she laces into these words, but I'm hooked every time. Like there's something about her books. And like, I'm scared because I'm like, am I not in a book slump anymore? And like with how the writing is, oh my goodness. Of course the book is done. Because there's well, look at Rocky. He looks like he'd rather be anywhere but here right now. But he very much scratched my door. So don't give me that look. Don't scratch my door if you don't want to come into my room. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're so cute. Oh god, don't. You're so handsome. He's so tiny. Anyways, okay, so I finished Good Girl, Bad Blood. Do you like the book, Rocky? Do you like the book? You're so handsome. I liked it. I very much, I can't talk. I very much enjoyed myself while reading the book. Honestly, something, Holly Jackson, I don't know what she does, but she does it right every time. When she writes her books, I'm like, truthfully, like, literally cannot put them down. I can't put them down. So I'm gonna start off with rating the other books that I've read. First, I don't remember. Oh, they're fishes. They're vicious games. Where is it? Where'd it go? Okay, so I ended up I'm like, let me not. I ended up rating it a 3 out of 5. Okay, so like, I have so many thoughts on that book, and confusion is like my main feeling. I have so many thoughts and feelings, but confusion was the feeling that stood out. is the one I felt most. It's not okay, actually not confusion, because like the plot of the story is so good, so interesting, and I kind of need this to be a TV show. No, because I kind of need it to be a TV show with like everything that was going on. Like, it was giving Gossip Girl, but like so much more. Because like the only thing that was giving Gossip Girl was like, she was not rich. She went to her private school on a scholarship, but like all her friends were rich and whatnot. And then there's like the mean, of course he left me. Okay. There's like the mean girl and whatnot. Something happens, and like I'm truly like, I talked about the book, right? I've talked about, I don't have the book in front of, I don't have it near me right now. So basically, like, something happens and she loses her top choice, because she was accepted to her top choice for college, and then she gets into a fight with somebody. She was blacklisted from like all the Ivy Leagues, and so she's like trying to get back in, and like there's only one way to do it, and it's, I forgot the name of the game or competition, but it's basically this competition where 12 girls are competing against one another for like the Remington name. Basically, like, I forgot exactly what the book says to describe it, because like, and for like basically like scholarship type thing, or is what she thought, until she finds out what this competition is really about. And that's what blows my mind, is once you find out what this competition is about, and you find out like early in the book, I just don't want to say it, and it blows my mind, because I'm like, huh, interesting, because like, it's wow. I liked it. I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself while reading it. But there was also, like, I would recommend this book. I am recommending you to pick up this book. But there was something that I personally, I mean, it did stay with me a few days after I finished it, I think. Honestly, don't remember. And that's why I'm like, another reason, like, it took me a while to like really have a, because I think at first I thought I was going to rate it a 3.75 or something. But after a few days, I was like, I think I'm just going to give it like, either it's like, okay, maybe a 3 to a 3.25. The next book is very much a solid 3. And the next book is The True Love Experiment, which I truly forgot I read. See, the thing is, I don't absolutely love this book. I'm not saying I don't recommend it, because I do recommend it. I gave it a 3. I enjoyed it in the moment, and then like just something happens towards the end where it just like blurs together, it loses me, blah blah blah. Like when it's like a romance like that, sometimes I'm like, something really has to like stand out for me to enjoy. When there's a third act breakup, when there's a pointless third act breakup, I'm like, that's where you lose me. This book was good. I mean, I guess I understand why the breakup was going to happen, and I really liked the way they resolved it. I am comparing it to the first book in the series because it's an interconnected series, right? Interconnected standalone series. But I enjoyed the first one better. I just that's how it was. I mean, I did enjoy myself while reading it. I would recommend it. I just truly think that from like where I've started, because like I started reading 2 years ago. My the type of books that I like from 2 years ago to now, vastly different. I did enjoy the book. I do recommend the book. Yeah. The next book I read was that I didn't own a physical copy of, actually, and I kind of really want to buy it now. No Exit. I really enjoyed myself while reading this book. When it involves children being kidnapped, that takes it to a whole nother level of discomfort for me, because then I just start thinking the worst things imaginable. Because, you know, I have little nieces and nephews, and I worry. I just worry. I love them so much, and yeah. So I'm like looking at my rating, and I'm like, but I'm really thinking about it again now, and I'm like, maybe it was a little higher than that. Because like my rating, what I wrote down, I said it's a 3.75, and I think the reason I gave it that at the time was because how upset I was. It's the fact that it was a little girl being kidnapped and like all the things. I'm like, but I did enjoy myself, and I did enjoy myself. I think it's a 4. Because it is a 4. I did enjoy myself, and now that I'm thinking more, because like I truly didn't forget about that book, and I do think about it often. And now that I'm like sitting here thinking about it again, really good. It's a 4. 4 stars. 4 stars for me. Good Girl, Bad Blood. I think. Oh, actually, I don't know. Yikes. I'm like, is my book slump over? Huh. I think. You know what? I think it is. I think it is. It is. Okay. Not a 5 star, right? I might change that later. No, I won't. It was good. It made me cry. I enjoyed myself while reading it. I read it in a day. But I'm pretty sure I also read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in one day. But that, I believe, was a 5 star for me. This
I know it, but I'm also like, what if I change it? It's okay. Because, like, okay, in this moment, it's kind of, like, weird because, like, I did let the other books sit in a while. So I'm like, I don't want to say it without being, like, 100% sure. I'm 95% sure. I'm 100% sure it's not a 5. Aww. I need to read this. I need to read the next book right now, though. I do. That's what I'm, after I finish, I'm gonna close this video off. Because it's done. Done. This book. Because this book was so good. 4.5. 4.5. Because it follows Pip. Once again, if you haven't read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, I don't know if I said this, but what are you doing if you haven't read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? Because, oh my goodness. In A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, she is, if you don't know, she's working on the school project, and she's working on her senior capstone, and she decides that her senior capstone is she's going to find out who killed, like, what's the real story behind who killed Andy. I'm pretty sure her last name is Bell, because she doesn't believe it was her boyfriend. So, like, the small town that she lives in, and I'm pretty sure Connecticut, like, Andy Bell is like I want to say, well, more than a few years. I think more than a few years, give or take, older than her, maybe, like, I want to say she was, like, middle school, maybe. I don't know. But Andy Bell was killed. And the main suspect was her boyfriend. And Pip never believed it. She did not believe it. She just didn't believe it. And so when she just decides that's going to be her project. And she does such a good job finding out the truth of, like, what actually happened that many years, like, that, like, what happened actually that night. And wow, what she discovers, crazy. I enjoyed it. Clearly, I bought the rest of the series right away. But this one, she like ends that book. It's like a lot happens, and so she's like, okay, I'm not gonna do detective work anymore, but, like, this one, they're, like, going to trial on, like, everything else that happened in the first book. And then something else happens. Someone goes missing. They ask Pip to do her detective work, and now that she has a podcast, like, she has all these followers, blah blah blah, and she's like, how can she refuse if one of her good friends is asking, So she does, and what she discovers is crazy. And wow. And her the little subplot of romance that's in here in this series is so cute. I can't. So cute. I can't with me, because I was gonna say cute. Pip and Robbie, adorable. So adorable. Yeah. It's a very small subplot. Anyways, did I say the rating? 4.5? Yeah, 100% recommend this book. I recommend all the books that I've read during this book slump journey. But personally, for me, I truly did think the book slump was going to end fairly quickly when I read, when I was reading Their Vicious Games, just because, like, I usually it takes a YA mystery thriller or whatever you want to, like, to get me out of a book slump. And it didn't. So I was like, okay, so this is not going to work. And then I read a romance and I wasn't feeling it. And then I read another thriller, their exit, no exit. And that kind of did it, because then it pushed me to want to read another book, and I truly thought it was going to be yours truly, and then I was just like, you know what? Yes. I want to say next time I'm in another slump, I'll read a Holly Jackson book, but I'm going to read my last Holly Jackson book, because I'm about to pick up As Good as Dead. That's the next book I'm going to read. But yeah. Thank you for watching this video in its entirety. I'm so sorry I talk a lot, or if I didn't talk enough, or if like me trying to just rate these books just didn't convince you. I hope it did, because like I truly did enjoy myself while reading all of these books. I did enjoy some more than others. I would also say that like sometimes when you're in a book reading slump, sometimes ratings can be affected. That's why I didn't say the ratings in the beginning, because like I was such in a like no, you know, like no. I mean, I soft DNF so many books because I didn't want them to be affected by the rating, to be affected by it. And I feel like, I truly do feel like if I've read Bride, or if I continued Marriage for One, or what was another book? I did not touch to Twisted Crown, because I was truly terrified that it was going to be affected. I'll probably pick it up in the next few days. But the next book I will be reading, As Good as Dead. And I did watch movies. I did give myself some time after, like before I started the reading slump video. I did give it like almost a week, I think. A little over a week, I don't remember. I think about a week until like I actually, because I did try, and every time I tried during that first week, I just like put the book down right away. I did watch movies and TV shows. So I ended the video, right? And I totally forgot to say thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And like, I'm so sorry that I talk a lot, clearly. Thanks for watching. Okay. Thank you again. Bye.